Hi, this is Miniature Modeller Paul with a update on my HMS Nelson and the 1-2 scale, and this is the the main turret. So I decided to give myself a break from the PE, and I think you'll be able to see them all in there. They're all in there, all done up in there. There we go, all finished and all done in there, out of the way safely. And so that's out of the way. I'll be doing the other 6 anti-aircraft gun turrets later, which is I'll show you in a minute. I think you've seen it anyway. But what I've done now is basically, oh, it's easy to show this. I keep forgetting to get this down. There we go. To get the turrets, these openings have to be widened. Hence, they actually give you these in the PE strips, and you have to actually tape them on the front so it looks something like that. And then you remove the excess. Now, to remove the excess, it was very quick in the end as it worked out, because I kept trying to think, well, I can't use a knife because it's going to be too iffy. And then I realised I got some grinding tools, and this one is the one I used. I've cleaned it up now because it's finished. Because I've finished with it, it's cleaned up. It's battery operated, it's good. And yeah, so use that grinder, just moving around slowly, just very slowly, not pushing too hard, just not getting it too hot. And I did it quite quickly, and I've done all 3. They're all done, as you can see. I've even put the bits on the side all cleaned up, because I've got to put some PE and doors on each one of these. This is the turret that's finished. Well, not finished, but got the guns on. You can see the back barrels have all been done out. I'm going to be sanding the top fronts so there, get a bit of a, so basically get this and do this. Just cleans them up a little bit. There you go. But they've all been done, and the rest have as well, as you can see. They've been done as well. I drilled out to about just on a 1/4 inch inside, so when I paint black in there, it'll look hollow. Now, I use this to get my height of my gun. Obviously not this. I had one of these in here to get the height the same. So I'll be doing the same for the next 3 turrets, so they basically look like that. Now, the good thing is, you can actually put this on, and there it is. So not bad at all. And these barrels will not fit in these holes if you don't do anything with them. So there you go, and it comes off easy. So I can actually do work on the turret and glue that bit right at the end. That's good. I'm going to have to put a bit of a weight in here though. So I'm going to weigh 3 barrels and then put the equivalent of that inside there. So that'd be okay. so that's what I've done. And you can put these on the end, and they're little crests of the ship, I believe, that go on the end of the barrel. So you can actually put those on there and close it up. And my paint them red, I think that's the colour they were. I'm not going to. I'm going to have the barrels showing, but they come. Now, what I've done is these bits going to go on the turret. I've actually cleaned off the knobbles that were on them, and basically, so they're ready for the PE. And as far as I know, it does sit on top of them, because you got the knobbles on here, and it looks more 3D-ish, I suppose. But to be honest, you could have left it, but this is sharper detail with these on there. So that's going to go. I've done it to all the turrets, so they're all in the exact same position. Let's get rid of those over there, that way. And a little thing for Ron is, I'll put it over there for the moment. When I do my thing, have I got the other one there? I haven't got the other one there at the moment, because this is going to be tipped to end fishing. You can see that's quite deep, and that's the reason. So when I've got a lot in there, but when you put it in the top, another one on the top there, it actually works really well. It's just that I have it deeper, because mine is like my sewing needle is actually cut off, and I use it and it goes into it, and I get into the gaps as well. That's why I like the bent bit on it as well. So that's what I do. So that's just for Ron, just explain that a little bit there. So what my job now is to cut all these bits off and make sure, because they're not sided, believe it or not. If you fold some to the left and some right, so I've got to do 6 of them one way and 6 the other way, and that's what I'm going to be doing in a minute. But anyway, so also these are the turret bits. Now they're flat now, more or less flat, but they were curled, so I had to heat them, and then they basically sit on top of the turret. This one is not, there's that plain one over there, and that goes on to there. So about the right size and all. So once I stick that on with some super glue and run some this one gator glue round it, which is that one, and this is photo etch anyway, but it will seal the join up a little bit that's here. So that's another thing I'm doing. So I've got 3 of those, and here's the one with for the holes, and they do line up. You have to drill the holes, the correct holes, and then basically once you put it on there, it all lines up, as you can see. So that's quite good. That a bit further over. There you go. But anyway, it doesn't matter about that. So that's what I've got to be doing next now. And then once that's done, I'm going to reinforce this glue here with a bit of Aridite to make sure they don't snap, because they are super glued in place, and I'm always worried about they're going to sort of snap off. Because I had a bit of trouble with the middle one. That was when the glue had gone off. So I had to scrape it all off and then put it back in, and it's been as good as gold since. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing now. Now the other guns I'll be doing, which I explained earlier on, will be these ones. They'll be the next. Then you need 6 of those. So that's them. And I'm hoping that's the way it is. Looks like the gun sights are they are different ones. That's good, because I haven't got any left. I like to use as spares. So there you go. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. Finishing off these gun turrets and putting this bit on, and that's it. But before I close them up, put a weight inside that turret. So that's as far as I've got, really. Not far, but far enough, because it took a while to obviously do this, and then that takes ages to make sure they get lined up with the and you've got to. Oh, I might have show you that on here. Then we can see the pattern there. There's a little pattern on these recesses, and you make sure that it fits between each one, and it does work, because what I did is I put one in place to test it, and it worked perfectly, so that was okay. So you can see those little shapes, and you can see it's just a recess, but they don't fit on it, they butt up to it. I put this in. I don't think it showed you it in the kit. I don't think the kit one showed you doing it. No, it doesn't, but I put that in here because it still stays, you see, all the way back into the turret if you could see through, and it gives it a bit that to go up. And you don't put that brass bit, it doesn't go up butting up to it. It has a slight gap. So what I did is I used my trusty blade and then pushed it up against this, so there's a little gap like there should be. So there, so that's what we're doing now, and I think that's the end of this one now. But yeah, so I've got these are the sort of things I'll be doing. We've got tubs to build later on, but I just want to get all the bits and pieces I can on there. And the gun goes on obviously I think it's the middle turret, or is it the front? Yeah, it's the middle turret. And these actually bolts come on the back of it as well. When I had to put some straps on there, so when I put on there, it looks like they got straps on, a bit like I did with the actual dreadnought, very similar. So that's the bit I'm working on, and I think there's a bit more on the other side actually. No, it's back into the crane. So these are the things I'm going to be doing, bits of crane, so I can actually get things sprayed all at once. That's it then. So I'm happy with that so far, and yeah, coming along nicely as far as I'm concerned. I'm not rushing it because I don't want to make a mistake, because this is a really nice kit. And I can show you a little bit of what I've done on the front. Now I'm going to go careful here. This is the ship, but I'm not going to put it all in view, but there you go. That's what I've done so far. All some bits and pieces going on, and I've got some bits in the spray booth, and if I come back there, you'll see the back end. This isn't glued on and painted, and that wooden deck in the middle there is not glued down, but everything else is looking reasonable. So there you go. So I'm just going to put that back. I've got all the little bits sprayed to put on there, and one day I'll I'll cover it over with a bit of 1, 2, 3, 4 bits of paper towel. It goes across the ship lovely, keeps the dust off it, and it's protected as well. So that's it then. So that's where I am so far, and I think I'll catch you on the next update, because I'm going to make this as number 13, and hopefully I want to know better luck finish this a bit. And the next video will be the completion of this, you'll see, and then I'll start on the other gun. So I will do a completion of this with all the photo etch on it and the turrets and everything done. Apart from the guns that I'll be building won't be on there, it'll just be all the other fittings as well. So right, here we go then. Happy modelling, catch you on the next one.